Good morning, children. Today I am going to do the history third lesson, the impact of British rule in India. The British East India Company fulfilled its commercial needs in the beginning as a trade. In the beginning, the British East India Companies, they started only for the trade purpose. They came to India and they showed their power here also for the trade only. And they observed the fractured, the broken political landscape of India, wherein hundreds of ruling dynasties were competing with each other. This is the correct chance for them to grab the Indian power also, political power also. So they implemented, during that period, they exploited the such situation and they implemented divide and rule among Indian rulers and slowly dominated all the rulers and subjugated them to their control, their power. To achieve complete power in India, they employed war and negotiation. Already you learned in your previous lessons. From the Carnatic Wars it may be, from the Anglo-Mysore War it may be, from the Anglo-Maratha War it may be, from the Anglo-Sikh War it may be. In the beginning they started the wars. Later they made to sign the peace treaties. That's the negotiation. So they introduced that also. War and negotiation like Anglo-Maratha War, Anglo-Sikh War and Anglo-Mysore War like that also, and they subjugated the Indian rulers to negotiation, means to sign a peace treaties. After getting India under control by employing various means or ways, the British thought of strengthening their hold over India permanently. So they integrated all of India under one administrative and political structure. Various laws and administrations, new administrative systems regulated various activities like education, trade, judiciary, land taxes and agriculture also in India. They introduced various laws and administrative systems. They brought the reformation in the administrative systems to complete control over these education, judiciary, trade and land taxes and agriculture also. This created a new structure in India in all the fields. Changes in administrative and judicial system. Civil service means reform brought in the civil systems, means in the citizens participating in the administrative system. In that, Lord Cornwallis introduced the administration of civil services. He was the first person, he was the Governor General. He introduced the administration of civil services. In 1800, Lord Cornwallis opened a Fort William College in Calcutta for the benefit of the people aspiring, those who are interested to join the civil services. Initially, company directors appointing the employees for the civil services, but later, from 1853, the appointments for the civil services were done by the competitive examinations. Even today also we are having competitive examinations to the government employment also. So like that also, from 1853, the appointments for the civil services were done by the competitive examinations. This did not benefit Indians. See, everywhere, whatever the new systems, new administrative systems or judicial systems or the police systems or the military system brought by the Britishers, which was not benefited to the Indians much, because all the field, the higher post only given to the Britishers, only the lower grades were given to the Indians. So this was not benefited Indians much. The British suspected the efficiency of the Indians. As a result, only lower grades jobs were given to the Indians. Many changes they brought in the administrative systems, like here also in the judicial system also, the British they brought the many changes according to the plan devised by Warren Hastings as a Governor General in 1772. He introduced two types of courts established in each district. That is very important. Warren Hastings, as a Governor General in 1772, he introduced the two types of courts in each district of India. That is the first one, a Diwani Adalat as a civil court and a Fauzdar Adalat as a criminal court. We can see the similar court system even today in our judicial system also. In the district level, civil court and criminal courts are there. That was introduced by the Warren Hastings. That is very important, children. Please note out that also. Then the police system. Lord Cornwallis introduced the efficient police system in India for the first time. He created a new post of Superintendent of Police, means SP. In 1902, the Police Commission law allowed the appointment of suitable educational qualification for the post of police officers. Again, the discrimination among the Indians arose here also. They did not, it was not ended in the military system also, in the administrative, in the civil services also. You saw that the higher post only given to the Britishers and the lower grade only given to the Indians. In the police system also, the same was done by the British. Then the military system, the British appointed the Indians for the military and entire control of India through the military, because they are appointing the Indians for the military system, because they want to control India by the Indians only. So they are appointing the Indians. That is also not in the higher post. The least post only giving to the Indians also. The officer in the military, again the Britishers, most of the Indians could reach the rank of Subedar, not available of higher post, only the coolie soldiers, like that also. After the reformation brought in police system, military system, judicial system and administrative system, they brought the reformation in land tax systems also. So they introduced many types. British, they implemented different types of land taxes to sustain their financial stability. They want to money minded. They want to gain more money from the land taxes, land revenues. So they introduced many land tax policies also. In that, permanent zamindari system, mahalwari system and royatwari system are the important one. In that system, they collected the more money, more land taxes from the farmers. They exploited the farmers, Indian farmers. See, the permanent zamindari system, Lord Cornwallis implemented this land tax policy in Bengal and Bihar region, only this region. In Bengal and Bihar region during 1793. Under the system, Zamindar became the landowner. Zamindar, he was the landowner. The Zamindar was expected to pay the agreed land taxes, land revenue to the British on a set date, on a fixed date. He was free to collect any amount of land taxes from the farmers and could retain the excess money with him also. This benefited Zamindars more. If the zamindar was failed to collect the land taxes due to the floods and the famine, the ownership, the zamindarship of the land was taken away from that zamindars. But the farmers were the grave sufferers here. They were exploited and had to lead a life of insecurity. The system extended to Bihar, Odisha and Andhra and Varanasi regions also. Later, in the beginning, it was introduced only in the Bengal and Bihar region. Later, it was extended to the Odisha, Bihar, Andhra, Varanasi regions. According to Charles Metcalfe, he was a historian, Charles Metcalfe, he said that the Indian farmers were born in debt, lived in debt and died in debt due to the land tax policies of the British. And another land tax system, that is the Mahalwari system, introduced. The British entered an agreement at the level of the Mahal. Mahals means taluk. With regard to payment of the land taxes in Uttar Pradesh, many parts of Madhya Pradesh, Punjab and Delhi regions. R.M. Bird and James Thompson introduced this system, Mahalwari system. According to this system, the big and the small zamindars, landowners, were part of this system. Here, British officials fixed more land tax than the expected production from the fields. Because of this, many zamindars had to lose their ownership also. Here also, like permanent zamindari system, the marginal farmers and agricultural laborers who were dependent on the zamindars also suffered a lot. Then another system, that is the Royatwari system. This system was first implemented in Baramahal region of Alexander Reeds in 1792. Later, the system was implemented in Madras and Mysore region by Thomas Munro in 1801. Under this system, both the farmers and the British Company were directly linked. The tiller, the cultivator of the land, was identified as the owner of the land. The owner had to pay 50% of the production as land tax to the British government. The irony was that more farmers had to lose their lands due to the system also. And the impact of British land tax systems. Impact means the effect of the British land tax system. A new class of zamindars who exploited the farmers were created. A new class of zamindars, and they started to exploiting the farmers. That was created. The farmers who were subjected to the exploitation of the zamindars became landless slowly. Slowly the farmers they are unable to pay the taxes, so they lose their lands also. They became landless. Then land became a commodity. Loans could be raised by mortgaging the lands. Mortgaging means the pledging the lands to the zamindars or the British officials, and they can take the loans upon the lands also. Many zamindars also had to mortgage their lands in order to pay the land taxes. Many zamindars also they subjected under the British power their lands for the taking loans also. The agriculture sector became commercialized and had to grow raw materials needed by the industrial back in England. To the same time, industrial revolution took place in England also, so they want to flourish their industries. So industrial needed raw materials started to grow in the agricultural sectors in India. The money lenders became strong. The money givers, they became strong in the system. Thank you, children.